Scandinavian Bob here, hi. One of the worst comments that keeps popping up every now and then under basically all NoFap content across the internet is the following one. NoFap is a complete waste of time. And obviously that comment is made by some anti-NoFap guy who just wants to make trouble and, do what haters do best. But every time I see that comment, I just shake my head and think, well, there's someone who already has fapped his brain out because his head seems to be completely empty. Let's just call this hater Dennis for the sake of this video. Okay, so let's take a closer look at that comment and see just how wrong it is. NoFap is a waste of time. Now, I would like to ask, what do you get if you tear yourself away from the screen and you stop fapping your brains out to all kinds of degenerate porn? That's right, you get more time and more life. How can something that gives you more time be a waste of time? Let's do some counting here, just as an example. Okay, so we have Dennis the hater here, who started watching adult sites at the age of 15. And let's be generous here and say that he will live to the old age of 95. So that means it gives him a span of 80 years that he's going to be using adult websites. And if you now say, oh come on, no 80 to 90-year-old man will watch online porn, then you are wrong. Because if you form dopaminergic pathways in your brain, you are going to keep using those, no matter if you get old and your ding-dong stops working. Because those pathways are still gonna be there, shouting, here's your daily source of dopamine. Okay, so let's say Dennis is watching about 51 minutes of porn a day on average. Some days more and some days less. But let's take that as an average. Well, that is going to add up to roughly 6 hours a week. And that is going to be 312 hours a year. And since he's going to keep using it for a span of 80 years, that means when Dennis gets to the end of his life, he will have wasted 24,960 hours on watching porn, which is the same as 1,040 days or 2.8 years. Just imagine having wasted almost 3 whole years fapping your brains out in front of your laptop. Okay, so dear Dennis, you little hater, how can you possibly run around on NoFap forums saying things like NoFap is a waste of time when you are the one wasting 3 whole years of your life on crap like that? We NoFap people are not doing that, so you are the one who is wasting time. And here's the sad part. That example we just did is not that extreme, but actually a pretty normal scenario. Now imagine someone who is heavily addicted to porn and spends 3 times as much time on it as Dennis, which is still not uncommon. Over a lifetime, that person would end up wasting 9 whole years on watching all that crap. 9 whole years. Imagine doing that one in one single stretch. That's a pretty long fapping session, wouldn't you agree? Now, imagine if that person instead decided to go on a NoFap journey and fix his addiction. He would basically have gained 9 years back of his life to enjoy and spend on real-life activities that actually matter. So, guys, whenever you run into haters like this, just smile and think to yourself, they do not know what they're talking about. And then you just calmly and confidently keep walking the NoFap path with your head held high. And if you want some helpful tips along your side as you're walking the path, make sure to download my free 90-day no PMO advice and tool guide using the link under the video. And oh hey guys, have you seen my video where I talk about a medical student who is trying out NoFap and then later on gives his opinion on it? Well, if not, I really think you should see it, because in the video you will discover some pretty interesting stuff. You can see that video on the screen right here. Just click on that and you'll see exactly what I mean.